Hello, and welcome to Infinity Traffic Boost, your path to one whole Bitcoin. We're going to talk today, folks, about a simple system that can help you generate one whole Bitcoin in a year, 90 days, or for some is in as little as 30 days. Now, all you have to do is to master one simple skill. Anyone can do it, and you can create an absolute fortune. We'll talk about this near the end of the presentation. Now, let's first talk about one whole Bitcoin. What does it really mean? How does one whole Bitcoin, how could it change your life? How would it impact your family, your future for generations to come? And what if that one whole Bitcoin was just the start of ongoing Bitcoin cash flow? Wow. I think that's something we all would like to see. Now, let me ask you a question. Where do you expect Bitcoin to be in the next few years? Maybe trading around where we are right now, around 90 or 100 grand, maybe a quarter million, half million, or maybe $1 million per Bitcoin or more in the next few years. Now, Michael Saylor, the founder of MicroStrategy, name is now Strategy, now holds over 600,000 Bitcoin. He believes that Bitcoin could trade as high as, yes, folks, $21 million in the next 21 years. Now, for some of you that are my age as a boomer, maybe we won't see 21 years. I sure hope I will. But if you're younger in your 40s or maybe even younger, how could that impact your life if you saw double-digit $1 million Bitcoin? Oh my goodness. Now, keep in mind, and this is really important, Bitcoin is still new to the world. Only 4% of the world's population holds Bitcoin as of early March of 2025. That means a huge opening for a very limited supply asset that's becoming, as we said, an asset class of its own. Just imagine owning one whole Bitcoin when the price is at 1 million or even more. And you just keep earning. Like we said at the beginning, this isn't about one full Bitcoin and stop. This is about creating a Bitcoin stash, a Bitcoin cash flow that just keeps coming. You set off this Bitcoin tsunami, and you're going to see Bitcoin perhaps daily, every single day in your account. And best of all, for those that are really strapped financially, there is an option to start absolutely free. Now, this is what we're going to be talking about, and this is what we're very, very proud to share with you today. Hi, my name's Clint. Probably wondering who this guy is who's prattling on. My name's Clint. I'm the co-founder of Infinity Traffic Boost, the global Bitcoin accumulation and advertising community. I'm a boomer dad and grandpa to two wonderful grandkids, 6 years and 4 years old. I'm Bitcoin class of 2013. Yep, I've been playing in the Bitcoin space for over 12 years. Now, we launched, my friend and I, Frank Bauer, we launched ITB back in 2017. That means we're coming up on our 9-year anniversary at the beginning of the year. Okay. As I said, we're coming up on our ninth year actually, and we're owned by a 15-year-old Australian company. We have over 40,000 members, and we're growing steadily every day. And we want to pay you. Listen carefully, because this is really important. Okay, we want to pay you possibly substantially to help us build our community. Okay, you can use our advertising community to advertise your programs or products, and you can earn in 2 different compensation plans when you help us to grow. All right. It's a very simple concept, very, very much used in many, many, many different industries. But the thing that I want to pound home is this is a project you can be proud of. Yes, we want to put you on a path to one whole Bitcoin. Yes, we will be there to help you every step of the way. But understand that you're building something very special. So let's have a look at some of the details. Now, in our community, remember, we're a Bitcoin accumulation and advertising community. Stay with me because all these pieces will fall together and make a tremendous amount of sense. We have 2 advertising systems in our community: the Traffic Exchange, which launched in 2017, and the List Mailer, which launched early 2024. Both systems have their own unlimited income compensation plans that are completely, totally separate from each other. Now, listen, we're going to be focusing primarily on the compensation plan for the list mailer. The list mailer compensation plan is your path to one whole Bitcoin, and the traffic exchange is kind of like a sidecar acceleration too. But I want to make it so abundantly simply clear how you can earn one whole Bitcoin in 2026 through the list mailer. All right. So why is it that we think you can do this? Because we have a simple path that could create generational wealth for you and your family. Again, that path runs directly through the mailer, as I said, with a bonus income stream from the traffic exchanger. This really is cool. All right. Now, one whole Bitcoin or more in 1 year or less. Just think about that. And the tasks you need to do, what you need to do is very simple. Okay. It puts the power of duplication to work. And there are literally tens of millions of people in the network marketing industry and other advertising areas that need advertising. And that's what we have here for people. Okay. So how does this all work? I'm not going to turn this into a training, but I want you to know, excuse me, if you're not familiar with these terms, I want you to have a general idea. List mailer is push advertising. You send an advertising email to other community members in exchange for agreeing to receive emails. Okay, pretty simple concept. List mailers are a proven marketing model used by tens, literally hundreds of thousands of marketers around the world to great success. Frank and I have consulted on and actually launched multiple list mailers to very, very good success. Now, what about the traffic exchange? The traffic exchange is similar in that it's not push advertising, it's more of you going in the door, if you will, and view the websites of other members in exchange for them viewing yours. Very simple. Okay. Now don't make this complicated. Don't be thinking ahead. I'll explain this to you in a minute. All right. Now, we plan to grow the mailer, which is the focus of this presentation, to literally millions of members. This is incredible. Now, why do we think we can do that? Because of two unique features. We are Bitcoin based. All of our prices are based in Bitcoin, and that price adjusts as Bitcoin goes up and down. We're Bitcoin based, and we put the power of massive leverage to work for you, a multi-tier compensation plan that we call our locked in plan. I will explain that to you in just a minute. Okay. But most important, please listen carefully to this. This is where the pieces start to fall together. What we're most proud of and what is most important is our truly sustainable business model. Think about the programs you've joined and they've kind of wandered away. They were hot as a pistol, and then boom, they're gone, and there they go. Again, we're coming up on 9 years old. Now, here's where it gets really cool. As our community grows, so does the advertising value. Think about that. Okay, we've got 42,000 members right now. What happens when we've got 50 or 100 or 250,000 or 1,000,000 members? That's more eyeballs looking at your ads, meaning your ads are more effective. Okay, this is cool. So think about that. As the value grows, so will the sales. If there's more value, there'll be more sales. And yep, more commissions. And as there's more sales and more commissions and more members, that drives more value. It becomes a virtuous circle of value. Now, you might be saying, Clint, why are we doing this? Is this like a college class? No. I want you to understand why this is something special that you can be a part of. Okay? Why? Because the bigger we get, the greater the value. And the greater the value, the bigger we get. So in most programs, if you're out there trying to work a matrix program that does this or does that, okay, that's great. But are you adding value? Not necessarily. You're making more money for you. You're helping your upline's helping you. Great, wonderful. But here at Infinity Traffic Boost, folks, as you are helping us build, as we're compensating you tremendously for helping us build, You're actually adding value to the product you're selling. That is super important. Okay. Now, this advertising works. We've got a couple testimonials here. A friend by the name of Dark Lee has been getting, daily views, clicks, even signups to all the offers he's promoting. Our other friend, Brian Hild, getting the same effect. When he hits the send button, few minutes later, he's getting signups. That's what you want. Now remember, we're talking about the value of the product. We're going to start talking about how you can be paid handsomely for helping us grow the community, right? So that's the background and the logic. Let's get down to some details. Again, remember, this is just the locked-in comp plan. We will touch briefly on the traffic exchange comp plan, but I want you to focus on the locked-in, the mailer compensation plan, because it is absolutely simple, okay? It's simple, powerful, and astoundingly inclusive. Now, there's only two membership levels, free and paid. No fancy membership levels or anything like that. I don't know how you can get more simple than free and paid. Okay. Now stay with me. This is kind of a little tiny bit of training, but I want you to understand how it works and why you do want to be a paid member. Free and paid members earn direct referral fees, and you can earn down an additional 9 levels. Yes, folks, even as a free member, you can earn down 9 levels. That's massive leverage. Massive leverage. Okay. Paid members earn 34% on direct referrals, and there's a reason for that number. It's kind of magical. And free members earn 12.75. All right. Again, you help us build. I don't care if you're a free member or not. We will pay you. In both compensation plans, you get paid. All right. So this is important. Let's take a look here. So there are 10 levels. You earn 34% on your top level, and you can see what it gets paid down the additional levels. Again, if you're not able yet to upgrade, that's okay. Your downline will stay in place. You will be able to earn. You can earn your way into a paid membership. But this is important. As I said before, free members can build and earn before upgrading. And this is super important. Your referrals are always locked into you in your downline. I've been a member of many programs that are monthly or quarterly or annual. And if you don't renew, poof, you're gone. You're compressed out. You're deleted. Not here, folks. Okay. Everybody has a different come from. Everybody has a different financial need and goal. And if you're not able to upgrade, but you want to help us to build, your downline will always be there, always earning when someone in your downline upgrades 10 levels deep. Now, you want to be an upgraded member, but trust me, if you're going to help us build and you can't quite yet afford to upgrade, you're going to be protected. That's why we call it the locked in compensation plan, because your downline, your referrals, your team are locked into you. It truly is possibly to join free, build free, earn free. Okay. And I'm going to show you in a minute why you absolutely want to find the money, whether it's in your ashtray, under the seat cushions, whatever, to upgrade. But even if you can't, you're still protected. All right. Like I said, the low cost to upgrade, why not choose to do that and earn more money? Okay. Now, the paid member advertising benefit. Listen to me carefully. When you become a paid member, and it's a lot cheaper than you'd think, you're able to mail to 3,000 members every 3 days. Okay. And that's really cool. So every 3 days, you're able to send out an email that's reviewed by qualified people. They are crypto people and probably network marketing people. You can even automate that. Okay. So let's take a look at the math, all right, that generates a Bitcoin. And let's then take a look at the path. How do you get there in a year or less? The math is simple. It's the power of 3. Remember, I told you that 34% is a magic number, because when you have 3 direct referrals that buy at the same level as you, you've covered your cost. You've covered back your purchase price, and you're starting your journey to 1 whole Bitcoin. All right. So make 3 direct referrals of the same level you've purchased. Bang, you've got your money back. Now let's see the power of this duplication. All right. I'm a spreadsheet guy. Those of you that work with me know that. This is just a simple spreadsheet showing based on the annual membership fee. We have a monthly and a lifetime. This is based on the annual. And you can see there that we, down through 9 levels, you're earning 1.18 Bitcoin. There's your 1 Bitcoin. Okay. Just the power of three. And we have what everybody needs. Imagine as we have 50, 100, 200,000, a million members. Of course, people are going to want this. Of course, they're going to want to renew. That's why we're creating a cash flow, a future cash flow for you, because the product we have, people want it and they want to continue using it. Just that simple. Now, if you're observant, you notice something. That previous slide was only 9 levels. I told you you get paid down 10. What happens if you fill 3 by 3 duplication down 10 levels? Check this out. It's 3.5 Bitcoin. And that is annual potential. That is again and again and again. If you're a member of ITB Mailer, you're using the system, you will be getting results. Why would you not renew? And the same thing applies to your referrals, your team, your downline. Okay. This is powerful. We want to see a lot of people earning one whole Bitcoin in 2026, and we want you to be one of them. All right. Now, not 1, but 3 Bitcoin every single year. Why? Because the value proposition increases, just like we talked about. The bigger we get, the greater the value, the bigger we'll get. So what's the path? What do you have to do to earn one whole Bitcoin in 2026? Maybe in the first quarter of next year, or maybe in the first month. How badly do you want it? How badly are you willing to work, which is really not hard work, to share Infinity Traffic Boost? Let's take a look. Okay. First of all, be dedicated to building your ITV business. Okay. Your Infinity Traffic Boost business. I'm not saying use this as your main business, although we'd be honored. But if you have a health business, a crypto business, you need advertising. So does your team. Bring them on in. We're adding more eyeballs every single day. Okay. Have fun growing our community to millions. We try and have a little bit of fun along the way here in our community at the same time. And remember, the bigger we get, the greater the value. Okay. So what do we need to do? It's all about how fast you want to generate one whole Bitcoin. Frank and I are giving you the path. We're giving you the mechanism. We're giving you the product. We're giving you the value. It's up to you how fast. You lead, others will follow and duplicate, but don't forget to have some fun along the way. And the best thing, again, is that we truly have an affordable, free option. Okay? So what do you need to do to earn 1 Bitcoin in less than a year? Simple. Remember our magical 3? Make 3 referrals in a month and duplicate that for 10 months. Now, seriously, okay? Gun to your head. Could you go find 3 people that want advertising and are willing to pay for it in a proven system that's 9 years old? Of course you could. And so could those people, and so could those people. I'm not asking you to sell some fancy dancy protein shake or CBD oil. This is a product that millions of people need. Okay. 3 referrals in a month, duplicate that. You got 3.5 Bitcoin by the end of 2026. Now, what if your hair's on fire and you really want to rock and roll? And by the time we get around to tax time here in the US, which is middle of April, how would you like to have 3 Bitcoin? Make your 3 sales in a week. Again, honestly, gun to your head, if you had to make 3 sales to save your life or whatever the case may be, could you do it? Of course you could. It's not a matter of could, it's a matter of want. And we're going to give you all the training. We're going to give you all the materials to make this happen. Make 3 sales in a month and duplicate that for 10 weeks, which is less than 90 days. You will have 3.5 Bitcoin. And then this is kind of out there. All right. Because not a lot of people have the drive and desire that you can. But if you set an example, if you go make 3 sales in 3 days and you tell your team you can do that and that you've done it, some are going to follow you. Can you imagine generating 3 Bitcoin in 30 days? and it's all recurring income. And the bottom line is, when you've got thousands of people in your organization, some are going to come in at the monthly, some are going to buy the very limited supply lifetime, others are going to do annual. You're going to see money flowing in all over the place. But set that tsunami off, set that snowball rolling down the hill. Okay. And remember, this is important. This is part of a perpetually sustainable advertising based business model. The bigger we get, the greater the value. You're adding value to this product that we're all selling together. Okay. So it truly is potential in 30 days, merely by making 3 sales in 3 days and duplicating that. I don't know about you, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now, remember, be successful. You just need to learn one simple skill. I told you this at the beginning, right? I don't need you to know how the comp plan works, although it's simple. I don't need you to explain the traffic exchange. We don't need you to explain anything. You know what you need to do? Is to create fun and simple duplication. All right. And the bottom line is just learn how to invite. Invite people to the live webinars, invite people to watch the video. All you have to do is invite, and we're going to tell you exactly the words and the phraseology to use to do that. We're going to show you what you can post to your Facebook and Instagram accounts to find people who are interested. If they're interested, great. If they're not, have a nice day. But there are literally tens, probably hundreds of millions of people in the world that need advertising, and we have it. Qualified advertising to crypto knowledgeable people, most of whom are involved in the network marketing industry. So you're probably asking yourself, Clint, this is phenomenal, but how much do we need? What's the cost? Now, we're currently still in kind of a pre-launch. And what I mean by that is Frank and I wanted to make sure that before we charge you what we call full price, we want to make sure we've got 1,000 paid members. Now, we have many, many, many thousands of members, but not yet 1,000 paid. So during the pre-launch, pricing and the terms are slightly different, slightly better than after, okay, after we hit 1,000. So keep in mind that paid members earn more than twice as much as free members. So you want to try and find a way, as I said before, check your ashtray, check under your seat cushions for the money, because you're going to be amazed at how inexpensive it is to get started. Okay. So we've based our path to 1 Bitcoin on the annual membership. Now we're calling this the extended annual. I'll mention that to you. I'll explain that in a minute. It's only 50,000 Satoshi. That's 0.0005 Bitcoin, which is about $50. Currently in the low 90,000 range, so we're probably closer to 45 or 46. For more than a year of being able to mail to 3,000 people every 3 days and earn the maximum commissions. Are you kidding? All right. Now, understand, this is the pre-launch price. The post-launch price, once we get to 1,000 paid members, it will be 100,000 Satoshi. So you're getting a discount by taking action right now. Again, you're mailing to 3,000 members every 3 days for more than a year. It's an annual membership, but I'll explain to you why it's extended, why it's more than a year. Okay. Now, our lifetime membership, folks, if you have a little bit of money, if you have an advertising budget, this is what you want, because you will never, ever pay for the ITB mailer system again as a lifetime member. Mail to 3,000 people every 3 days forever and earn top commissions, all right, forever. Very simple. Now, for those of you that are on a budget, we have an extended monthly. I'll explain the extended again. That's only 12,500 Satoshi, or about $12. Mailed to 3,000 members every 3 days for a month. But let's check this out. All right. I want to explain that extended to you. All right. The pre-launch pricing. All right. First of all, the lifetime membership is only offered during the first 1,000 membership sales. Okay, not of each type, but total. All right. The lifetime membership will never be offered again. Once we hit 1,000 paid members, let's say 500 monthly and 400 annual and 100 lifetime, that's 1,000 paid members. The lifetime membership is gone. Okay. Don't miss it if that's something you want to grab. Secondly, listen carefully, this is important. The extended monthly and the extended annual subscriptions, your clock will not start until we've sold 1,000 paid memberships, right? So what that means is, let's say you're on the monthly, and this is what we want to try and get everybody to do, is at least buy the monthly, all right? So on day one, you have 30 days. But if we don't hit 1,000 paid members, your clock doesn't start. So we're sitting here in mid-December. Let's say it takes us till mid-January to hit that. All right. That means your clock doesn't start until, let's say, January 15th. Your first payment won't be available until February 15th. Same thing with the annual. Okay. So your clock doesn't start until we hit 1,000 paid memberships. We wanted to do that because we didn't want people saying, "Ooh, I should wait until they have more members." No, grab it. Start using it now. Okay. This is really important. And remember, we're talking about $12. You're going to be able to mail 3,000 every 3 days until 30 days after we hit 1,000 paid membership. Best value on the planet right now. Okay. And during that time, we're adding more free members, we're adding more eyeballs. You're getting a heck of a deal. Okay. Now, one other thing is that I wanted to mention to you is the extended annual will renew at 50,000 Satoshi. So right now it's 50,000. If you lock that in now, it's 50,000 and you renew at 50,000 Satoshi. Okay. If you wait until after we have 1,000 paid memberships, you're going to pay 100,000 and your renewal is 100,000. Okay. So you're getting a great big value. All right. Now, one other thing, the comp plan, the locked in comp plan is not a forced matrix. Okay. This is super important. I've seen this time and time again where builders in a forced matrix bring in people and one of their big players is on vacation or they miss out. All of a sudden, that big player lands on the 5th level and their hundreds or thousands of people fall off the bottom of the matrix. That's not good. I want your direct referrals on your top level 10, 20, 50, 100. That means you're earning 9 max levels on every direct referral. That's super important. We're paying you to build our community. We're paying you handsomely. All right. And a force matrix in some businesses is the right business, but not here because we want to reward you for what you've done, not just because you happen to get in a lucky PR position. Okay. I want you to earn 9, actually a total of 10 levels. So you're going to earn 9 below your direct referrals. You get that big player to come in and he brings in thousands of people because he sees the value or she sees the value. I want you to earn all 10 levels. Okay. That means your income is truly unlimited. In a force matrix, it's not. So that's the reason that we're not using a force matrix. We want you to earn the max amount, the max effort. Okay. Now, stay with me. I know this is kind of a long presentation. You can come back and listen to it again. I want to talk to you about a bonus added addendum onto one Bitcoin. Okay. We mentioned that this whole system is based on the mailer. What you saw was the mailer compensation plan. I think it's simple. 3 get 3 down 10 levels. You decide how fast you're going to do it. You're going to earn 1 to 3 Bitcoin if you duplicate. All right. But what about the traffic exchange? All right. The traffic exchange has a completely separate and infinity deep compensation plan. Yep. You can earn to infinity depth. It's not limited by 10 levels. This is compensation plan diversification. I used to be a financial planner. I'd talk to people about owning bonds and stocks and cash and gold. This was before Bitcoin and insurance. That's diversifications. We want to bring you compensation plan diversification. And you're getting a different advertising resource. The mailer is push. The traffic exchange is kind of, pull. All right. But much more duplication leverage. It's absolutely huge. Now, what do you get with the traffic exchange? Guaranteed visitors to your site or capture or splash page. Okay. Now, this comp plan is the Power 11. I'm not going to turn this into a training, but I want to tease you with a little bit of information. We've talked about infinity depth, and I'm going to talk to you about a few more things here to get us going. So why do we call it the Power 11? Because there's 11 price points. Listen carefully, where you can earn 30 to 80% commissions to infinity depth. Now, I know I've said this is important a couple of times. Listen carefully. There will be training on this, and when you fully understand what we're doing, you will not be able to sleep at night. This is in addition to the mailer. Okay? Going to have a ton of people making a Bitcoin next year. Listen carefully. Each new referral can generate up to 11 new referrals to you. Each new referral wants to send 11 new referrals to you that become your direct referral. They want to. Okay. And there's recurring income potential. All right. Either monthly all the way up to every 4 years that can blow your doors off. And we're talking 30 to 80% commissions. All right. So let's circle back. Each new referral can generate up to 11 new referrals. And each new referral of those 11. Let's look at the math. Okay. Make one referral, that person can send you 11. Those 11 can send you 11, which is 121. Those 121 can send you 11, which is 1331. Now let's be serious. That's not going to happen. But the system is in place to create massive, explosive, viral, nearly passive income for you. Like I said, the potential, the system, the power is there. Okay. But it's up to you to unleash that power. And that's the fun thing. As we do our training, as you peel the onion on understanding the Power 11 compensation plan, you'll see that if you put the work in to get this going, to kick off this tsunami, you truly will be creating a lifetime passive crypto income that's based on an ever-growing value proposition that people want to renew, they want to share, they want to build. Okay. And this income we're talking about in the Power 11 compensation plan is to infinity depth on 11 price points. All right. We call it the Power 11 income staircase. Let's have a look. All right. Now, I don't want to blow your doors off or anything, but there's 11 price points starting all the way down there at about $3, all the way up to nearly $3,000 that you get advertising credits, the ability to earn, and the ability to earn to infinity depth. And yes, there's an optional ability to start with no money if you don't have it. You can earn Satoshi by clicking on websites and earn the money to purchase your TP01 there at $3. Okay. Now, it's simple to participate, easy to duplicate, just follow the leader. So let's bring this thing in for a landing. Let's talk about purchase recommendations. We already know there's 3 options in the mailer, and oh my goodness, 11 options in the traffic exchange, in the Power 11. Let's take a look at 3 different recommendations based on the locked in or the mailer purchases. Okay. For those of you that see the value and want the lifetime mailer, grab the lifetime mailer and purchase step 7 or TP07. That's going to be about $400. That's a really good value. You're going to, as I said, about $400. And that will get you a bunch of advertising credits and the ability to mail to 3,000 people every 3 days for life. Okay. Now, yeah, so in the traffic exchange, you get 99,000 visitors to your site, in addition to the ability to earn 80% commissions on 8 price points. Yep, 1 level higher than you purchased. 80% commissions, and you qualify for the infinity depth on those 8 levels. Okay. Now, the second one, if you're not quite in a position to do $400, our next package recommendation is to buy the extended annual and the TPO 5. Okay, that's about $100. You're going to be able to mail to 3,000 members every 3 days for a year. You know, it's more than a year, right? And you're going to get over 20,000 visitors, qualified visitors, to your website. All right. Now, the final one is for those of you that are really on a tight budget. Buy the extended monthly, which is about $12, and the TPO2, which is about $7. That's a total of less than $20. You're able to mail to 3,000 members every 3 days for at least a month, and you're getting over 2,000 visitors to your website. How cool is that? All right. So keep in mind that the income power of both the locked in and the Power 11 comp plans is absolutely explosive. Okay. Put these two together and you have not only explosive, but recurring income. Keep in mind, the only thing that's not recurring, all right, is the lifetime membership. Each one of the steps on the income staircase has a different renewal period, starting at 30 days all the way up to 4 years. And obviously the monthly and the annual are renewed on those rates. Okay, so get started today. But wait, how do we duplicate and generate team growth? Okay, we help others succeed with one simple skill. I apologize for the slides here. We'll get these cleaned up, but learn to invite. That's it. We're going to help you with the phraseology, where to post, how to post, what to post, advertisements and other list mailers, other traffic exchange. Just invite people to these live webinars. Just invite people to the webinars that are recorded and on our Telegram group. It's just simple. Okay, so learn to invite. That's all there is, and we do all the work. Okay, once you have what to share and how to invite, it becomes simple and truly fun, and everyone wins. Okay, so I greatly appreciate it. As I like to say, how about them apples? And again, the cost for this is free. We provide all this marketing content for you, and we want to help you succeed, because as you succeed, so does the community. We all do better. And we all know what Zig Ziglar said: if you want to achieve your goals, help others achieve theirs. And that's what we want to do. And it's so very abundantly clear here, folks, that because you're growing, you're helping us build the community, we have a greater value proposition for new members down the road. So get started today, pick an entry level that's best for your budget, then begin your path to one whole Bitcoin by doing one simple thing: invite. You can absolutely make generational wealth by merely inviting and sharing. And trust me, folks, you'll be glad you did, for your wealth, your generational wealth, and for whatever programs or projects you're working right now. Infinity Traffic Boost will be a tremendous assist to you. Great, let's get started. Again, we have the purchase suggestions. Lead by example. Your team will do the same. All right. So one quick point out that I want to note is that because of the programming, there are two separate purchase locations. To buy the mailer, that's the path to one Bitcoin, goes through the mailer. Click on mailer and click on mailer upgrade. And in the traffic exchange, click on buy TPOs. Take a very good look at those. You'll notice how long your membership lasts at the upgraded rate to earn 80%. But follow our recommendations, or pick a package that you think is best for you. Okay, so I greatly appreciate your time. Your path to one Bitcoin is your choice. What will you choose? I greatly appreciate your time, and please try and attend these webinars live. We always do AMAs and Q&As afterwards. And as I like to say, rock and roll, have some fun, make some money, and help a whole lot of people do the same. Thanks so very much.